Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, May 12th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'll go ahead and set up this room real quick, then we'll get started with our session for today. Just got a few things here to enable, and we should be good to go. All right, update this here. This over here, a few more things here to update. Looks good. All right, other than that, I think we are good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in Premium. Here we go. All right, solid guys. I'll give it a few minutes for people to make their way in. Boom. All right, so meanwhile, guys, I'm going to go ahead and set up the areas of liquidity. Obviously, price is pushing up right now slightly, which is all right. It's going to set for the drops later that we're waiting for. There's a lot of liquidity here on the bottom. Hey, Kenny, good morning. All right. I'm going to let people join in, guys, and then I'll go ahead and set up the areas of liquidity right here. We have a lot of liquidity on the bottom side, which is a good thing because we are anticipating a drop today. I'll go over the bias again to confirm that. But yeah, overall, looks solid. Go ahead and do the same thing over here. Looks good right here. So we got one right there. A couple more. And we're good to go. All right, so good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, May 12th. It is 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. Pretty much got all this stuff set up over here. Let's see who made it into the room. So let me zoom out real quick. It's good. Let's use here. Hey, Mace, morning. Morning, Craig. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Peter. Morning, Ruin. Morning, Victor. Morning, Mauricio. Morning, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy made it on time today. Morning, Craig. Craig said no trading for me today. Phase 1 pass, waiting for phase 2 details. So nice work, Craig. He's got to finish those 10 days, I'm assuming. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Marco. Morning, Maria. Morning, David. Morning, Kenneth. Morning, Jessica. Morning, Al. Morning, Rashida. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So looking over here at the chart real quick, you guys can see there's a lot of liquidity on both sides. More liquidity on the bottom side, though. Going over here to the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently, let me refresh this real quick. It is 71% long. So we're definitely looking for sells today. I'm definitely not looking for any buys. Doesn't matter if fundamentals are up. I'm definitely not looking for buys because the retail sentiment is so strong for a sell right here. We're definitely looking to take a sell. Going over here to the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently down 110 points. We're definitely looking for sells. There's no buys for us today at all whatsoever. So even if price pushes up, I consider this a fake out. I think price will come back down at some point. So I'll be looking for some sells today overall. Let's check the news real quick, see if there's anything that I'm missing. Going over to the calendar right here, Thursday, May 12th. There was news at 5:30. It was PPI, core PPI unemployment claims. So at 5:30, I'm going to go mark up the news right there, which was... yeah, right over here. So that's news price right there at 530. Price will probably come back, retest news price, and then break through it. Once it breaks through it, it'll probably be a free fall to the bottom. So we got that marked up right there. Other than that, let's see if there's any other news today. We got news at 7:30. So we'll just mark that up over here as well. 7:30. Go here real quick. News at 7:30. All right, cool. Other than that, I think that might be about it for now. Let's mark up the opening time, 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. All right, guys, 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. As you can see, price is starting to make its way down. No surprise there. We're definitely looking for sells today, not looking for any buys. See if there's anything here. All right, perfect. This is kind of what I like right here. We do have a buy signal pending on the 10. So with that said, we could possibly have, some entries here off the 10-minute as well, but we'll just sit on that for a bit. So let me scroll up real quick. Got you, Craig, definitely. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Rick. Morning, Matt. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Steven. Morning, everybody. I'm back on currency.com. Currency.com looks fine. So I'm back on currency.com. Currency.com is always going to be the default. So looks fine to me so far, 19. Morning, Stern. Morning, JJ. Morning, everybody. All right, guys. So market is going to open in about a minute and about a minute and 10 seconds. So we should be good shortly. Other than that, I don't think that there's anything else for us to look at here. That's pretty much all the news for today. So we look good. There's just one at 7:30. The inflation news come out. The inflation news this morning was negative. Price was obviously manipulated to the upside, which there's no surprise there. Happens. But other than that, I think we're good. Nice. JJ said I'm on Steven flow. 1K days, my goal. Consistency is key. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, guys, we got about 30 seconds left till market open. One thing to keep in mind is that it's right at the sessions right here. So just keep that in mind. Be careful. For the breakout, we're looking for a strong red candle. We got about 20 seconds left. We might get a manipulated push to the upside initially, and then it'll come right back down. It's probably what's going to happen here. But here goes the breakout. And one thing that you want to keep an eye out for are the red flags, obviously. You don't want to trade around sessions. You don't want to trade around news price. Just want to be careful with those right there. Here we go with the manipulated push to the upside. It's all good. We were expecting it. Looking at the fundamentals right now, fundamentals are currently down 135 points. Retail sentiment is still down 71 points or 70 points. Same difference. So we're still looking for sells today. Definitely no buys today at all. This is fine. My price might push up, reject off the sessions right there and then maybe come back down. But in order for us to take this breakout, we're looking for a strong red candle, right? We have everything lined up. Bias is a sell, momentum's a sell. We're just looking for that strong red candle to take this this breakout down here for a sell. One thing that you guys want to keep in mind, I might not even take this breakout for the full move. Like I said earlier, guys, you want to avoid price near sessions and news price. So even if we took an entry anywhere around here, it would still get stuck around the news price. So that's why I want to be a bit careful with taking any entries here. But either or, we're looking for a strong red candle. That's going to be the main indicator here for us to take any entries. So don't worry about this. As you can see, this is the manipulated push up to the upside that we were looking for or that we were anticipating. It's going to keep bouncing around there. It's rejecting off the pivots right here. Let's see. All right. So price is still bouncing around this area. Still no entry available at the moment. I'll just keep this up right here because obviously we're looking for sells. Here goes the candle drop right back down. We'll see if this is a strong red candle. It's definitely a bit of a risky time to enter. Might be looking for some speculative pushes because I do think price is going to push down to a news price over there, but kind of got to play around with it and see where it's going. Yeah, market's super volatile. I did take a little sell right here, guys, just FYI, only because if you guys remember from the beginning of the session, this wasn't the breakout. I took a speculative sell. The reason why I took the sell right here is because price was bouncing around this area, and I said price was going to come back down to news price. So if you guys were paying attention at the beginning of the session, when I drew up this news price right here, I said, okay, price is probably going to come back down to the news price right here. So I took a sell right there. This would technically be the breakout that's coming up, but it's a huge candle. So if you guys remember this right here, the last red flag, if you guys want to take it, feel free, but I do find it to be a very risky entry. I don't recommend taking it. Guys, I'm looking over at MT4 and the chart here, the market's lagging again. So just FYI, I would be really careful if you guys decide to take any trades right now because it's lagging pretty bad. I just noticed it right now because I'm looking at MT4, FTMO, the candle's like way down here. And it just started lagging right now. It was fine like, 4 minutes ago, it was fine. And then all of a sudden it started lagging again. So just keep an eye out right here, guys. As I mentioned for this type of entry right here, if you guys were listening, big red flag right here. Candle prior to entry is too large. So what I would have done if I was to enter this trade here is I would have waited a bit. I haven't taken this right here. I did take a trade earlier, a little push over here on news price, but I would probably just be careful, guys. If you guys don't have to trade right now, we got to figure out if the price is going to be aligning with FTMO. Market's just super volatile. I think that's the main thing. Price is just spiking around way too much right now. So the brokers aren't able to keep up with their data feeds. I was going to set an alert, but it looks like it already hit TP, or it's going to. Yeah, it already hit TP. So there goes the TP right there for the breakout. I didn't even get any of it, guys. If you guys caught some of it, great. Nice. Ruin said, smashed it. Thank you for analysis, Sean. I'm out and happy. Definitely Ruin. So if you guys caught the full move there, great move. As I was mentioning right here, when you have this red flag, you want to avoid trades initially because price needs to pull back. It did pull back. And then what you would do is you typically would have a sell stop right there and then enter it late as it comes down further straight to TP. If you guys have been part of the room for a while and you guys have been following me, I've been explaining that for a while now. All these red flags here, they allow for later entries, not necessarily right away because you don't want to get caught in this drawdown. Nice. Steven said, I reached my goal and out. Nice work, Steven. So great work with that. Mauricio said he made 3,720 on that breakout. Nice work, Mauricio. Rick said, F this, had another 350 profit and only got 60. Steven, he made it out with 1,500. Maddie said he caught it, pulled out early. Talanji said, LOL, new verification passed in 10 minutes. See you on Friday. See you next Friday. Definitely Talanji. So Ryan got it too. John got it. Nice, guys. Looks like pretty much all you guys here caught it for the most part. A lot of you guys actually got the full TP. Some of you guys made profits upwards to 4,000, 5,000. Maddie said here he didn't like the movement. Me neither. That's why I kind of waited for a little bit. But when the market started freezing on here, that's when I kind of just stopped because there just wasn't any point for me to keep trying. I'm looking over here at FTMO. It's back on track, guys. It's not lagging anymore. It was lagging for like a few minutes and then now it's back to normal. So it's fine. Rami said he entered twice on the pullback. So nice work right there, Rami. He doubled up his profit off that. So let me just give you guys a little screenshot of this right here. So this is going to be the breakout. And then I will take a screenshot of my profits as well. Nice. Looks like you guys got a ton of profits here, guys. So let me just take a screenshot of my profits real quick too. All right, I made 1,580 off my main account. My FTMO copier. Nice. Some slippage on my other one in my favor. I made 2,000 off that one. That's the best feeling, right? Oh, I made a lot more. Shit. Okay, I thought I only made 2,000. I made 2,700. Wow. So I like when slippage works in my favor, because that was a lot more than I was expecting. I was only supposed to make 1,000 off this trade, but price did dump, and then it just gave me a bigger profit. MFF as well, slippage in my favor, made 2,400. All right, that's perfect. Thankfully, we had a strong bias, guys. When you guys have a strong bias like that, it's like literally a no-brainer to take sells and to take the breakout if it happens, or in my case, take speculative push. All right, so price is still dumping. It's looking nice. All right, let's put in this around here. All right, guys, so here's all of my accounts right here. So as you can see, there was some slippage between both my MFFs and my my FTMO over here. So my main account over here, I locked in 1,580. You can see I hit my TP. So that's my main account. My FTMO copier made 2,705, some slippage there. My MFF over here made 2,470. My other MFF made 2,070, and then my third MFF made 2,470 as well. So pretty solid overall. And a lot of you guys here locked in some solid profits too. So I'll be going over those as well. All right, cool. So 1 second, guys. I was hoping this cold would get better by now, but it's not. I'm gonna be muting myself every once in a while if I have to cough, guys. Anyways, other than that, let me just copy these over real quick, and then we will go over everyone's profit so far. All right, so we're still looking for sells, guys. Prices dropped quite a bit, so there's nothing for us to take at the moment. We gotta wait for it to pull back a bit. So let me go ahead and just copy this over here. All right, so let's see. Let me just check the charts real quick, make sure we're not missing anything. So here on the 1 minute, there's no entries to take. Going over here to the 10-minute, there's nothing to take here right now either. There's technically a snipe that I'm assuming would be running right now. Let me see. Actually, no snipe. Yeah, there's no snipe running right now. Surprisingly, I would have thought, but no. I mean, technically, this looks like, so this looks like it could be a snipe, but it's not one that I would take because it's like right on the line, right? You want this to be like it wants to be an actual rejection off the wick. This looks like it's a rejection off the body, but not technically the wick. So I don't really see the snipe over here. Yeah, no, I see Talanji. Talanji said he's using these sessions as a level, which I mean, technically you can, if it works that way, Talanji, go ahead and use it, but it just doesn't fit the actual requirement. So that's why I would just avoid it. So there's nothing here off the 10, nothing here off the 5, nothing here off the 3, nothing here off the 1. So let's take a look at everyone's profit so far. Going over here real quick, we'll start with Narith. So Narith is currently up 7,301. Nice work, Narith. We got Dell over here currently at 473. Nice work, Dell. We have Dell's other account over here locked in a total of 706. Nice work, Dell. We have Narith over here. He took the breakout, full TP, had some pretty big move right there, locked in a total of 14,442 for the day. That's crazy. Nice work, Narith. Matthew over here currently up 1,138. Nice work, Matthew. Yeah, Matthew said done for the day. Charts acting up. Smart move. Mauricio over here currently up 6,598. Great work right there, Mauricio. Huge, huge profit. Rick over here currently up 1,541. Nice work, Rick. Rick said, I did not like this trade. Yeah, me neither. It was kind of risky. Fern over here locked in a total of 3,048. Nice work, Fern. No problem. So thank you, Sean. Kenny over here locked in a total of 3,383. Nice work, Kenny. Andreas over here locked in 491. Great profit right there, Andreas. Dre over here locked in a total of 1,100. Nice work, Dre. And that's it for this chat right here. We have another full chat over here with some more profits. As you can see, price is pushing back up. No biggie. That's what we were looking for. We wanted to push back up. We wanted to reject off something like this and then come back down. So no biggie right there. This is exactly what we wanted. We want some more people to get lured into buying this dip and just basically getting suckered in. And then when it comes back down, we're going to keep entering some more sells. So it's all right. Let price push up. That's what we want to happen. Looking over here at the retail sentiment, it's still, I mean, it's even stronger now, 73% long. So they can stack up all those buys all they want, keep stacking it up. And then when it comes back down, we'll be ready to catch that drop. Fundamentals here are down 216 points. Looking over at the heat map real quick, I'll refresh this. It's pretty red for the most part. I mean, there's a couple of stocks here that are green, but for the most part, the big stocks, you know, with big market cap, Apple, Microsoft, etc., are all red. So, you know, let price push up. Go ahead and let it push up. Don't let it bother you. Don't fall for this trap here and try to take a buy here. Definitely, yeah, it's starting to lag again, guys. So you guys want to be very careful if you guys are trading off currency.com or whatever broker, really. It seems like this whole week there's been issues with lag with regard to basically any broker, guys. It's not just currency.com. There's other brokers here who are having issues. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with Jennifer. I just saw your message. So for this right here, there would be a possible snipe. It's got 4 minutes or 5 minutes left on the candle, so it's got a lot of time. But anyways, back to the profits over here. Go over here to the chat. So Kenny over here, 3,383. Nice work, Kenny. I think you already saved that. Maria over here locked in a total of 552. Nice work, Maria. Scotty over here locked in a total of 691. Jamie over here locked in a total of 316 or 318, sorry. Nice right there. I think this is Marcy, rookie on board, locked in a total of 965. 3 trades right here, 2 to full TP, 1 that you pulled out a little early. So nice work right there. Rookie. Yeah, rookie said I was so scared. Yeah, no, that was kind of a scary trade because it was bouncing around a lot. Volatility was very high for that little moment, but good thing that you did hit your TPs there. Kenny again over here, currently at 4,500 or 4,857. Nice work, Kenny. Yeah, Remy said that Wanda's even lagging a little bit. So it doesn't really matter which broker, but there's lag across the brokers right now. There's definitely lag right here because on FTMO, the candle's actually green at the moment. Anyways, back to the profits over here. We have Professor over here with a profit of 2,400. Nice work, Professor. We have Tasha over here, total profit of 12,540. Nice work right there. Looks like you held the sell for quite some time. You took this at 632 and you kept holding it. So nice work right there, Tasha. Going over here to the other chat. Let's see. Scrolling down, Kenny at 4,000 right there. Scrolling down over here. Nice work, Kenny. You saw your profits there again. 4,857. Nice, nice. Yeah, Natasha said she did hold it. Yeah, spreads are crazy right now, guys. I'm looking at FTMO. The spreads are up to 500 pips. So if you guys do decide, well, I just recommend don't take any trades right now. You just got to wait a little bit because the spreads on, damn, they're going higher than 500 pips. I haven't seen spreads this high during New York session in a long time. I'm just looking at the spread change right now. It's going from like 100 to 300 to 500. The highest I saw is 520 and it's still pushing up. So you guys want to be very careful with the spreads because if you enter a trade with, you know, a small stop loss, if it goes anywhere in the negative, you're going to automatically lose. So just, Mauricio is asking what causes spreads to move so much. It's typically liquidity in the market. So you guys can see that there's issue with the data transfer in the market, like with regards to the brokers. Since there's issues with data, damn, the spread is like up to 700 pips, guys. I would just hold off the market right now. I'm looking at the FT, and this is FTMO. I've never seen spreads this high before, not even during Asia session. It was like up to like 620 for like a few seconds, went up to 700. Now it's back to 110. Yeah, I would just sit out the market right now, guys. That's crazy. I've never seen this. I've never even, like, even during market close, I never see spread that high. It's due to liquidity in the market. You can see that there's a lot of volatility, but the problem is, you know how brokers are having data issues? They're not able to execute trades, or they're not able to get in and out of trades smoothly. So if that's the case, then they got to increase the spread so that they can have time in between to pull people in and out of the trades, right? So I would just sit out the market. It looks like spread is kind of back to normal. I see it back at 110, 220, but it is, I mean, I still wouldn't take any trades. Jennifer is asking, so no snipe. The candle hasn't closed yet, Jennifer, so you wouldn't be able to take it. But yes, if the candle does close, you can take a snipe. However, if the spread's really wide and your stop loss is 500 pips, just, you know, just count that as a loss. You might as well throw your money away unless you have like a really big stop loss, because you're going to need a pretty wide stop loss if the spread, you know, jumps to like 700 pips or so. But yeah, this would be the snipe right here that Jennifer was referring to. But, you know, like I mentioned, I do consider it risky because the spread is super wide. So if your stop loss is too tight, you're just going to automatically lose the trade. That's literally what's going to happen. Also, it's right at the sessions too, so I wouldn't take it. It's right at the sessions, but it is a snipe. So I'll put the snipe strategy right here. This is what Jennifer is looking to take. It is a valid entry. It's just there's red flags. There are red flags, the fact that it's right at the sessions. You know, when to avoid trades priced in your sessions. Also, the spread's just too wide. The spread now is back at 320. So here, this is what I'm going to show you. This is why I'm telling you guys that there's just no point in trading right now, because if your spread is 320, this is where your entry point is going to be, right? Your entry point is going to be right here. You're going to be so far it already hit TP anyways. So Jennifer, did you take a snipe? I'm like curious if you took it because it already hit full TP right there. So I didn't take the trade, but if you did take it, it already hit. Yeah, price smart move there, but you did identify it perfectly, Jennifer. So, you know, props to you for identifying that trade there, because you called it before it even came up. You were asking if this would be a snipe, and yes, this was a snipe. You know, overall bias was a sell. We had price rejecting off a pivot structure. Pivots didn't touch the body. Straight entry right there, straight to TP. But yeah, nice. So Twan took it actually. So Twan got it. Nice work, bro. So you caught that right there, full TP, pretty easy, but the spread is kind of crazy right now. So you might have gone caught in the spread if you didn't factor that in. Anyways, full TP off that. I'm not looking to take any trades because for one, the market is lagging pretty bad with regard to broker to broker data. Right now I'm looking at currency.com. It's kind of lagging. It's lagging by like a few seconds. So let me scroll up real quick. Duggan said brokers hunting for stops and longs. I love robbing Wall Street. Yeah, no, definitely Duggan. Let me scroll over here real quick. Alexander is asking, where do you look for the spread? So on MT4, if you open the Market Watch tab, the spread might be there. If it's not there, you just right click on your Market Watch tab and then you enable spread. It's probably gonna be the last box on your Market Watch tab there, Alexander. Depending on what broker you have, it'll tell you how wide your spread is. Right now on mine, it says 320 for FTMO. So it's pretty wide. I mean, there's a really wide spread for the New York session. Yeah, no problem, Alexander. 19 said, what kind of spread is it? Peanut butter or something else? And are they using too much of it? I know, right? Way too much spread right there, bro. And, you know, they're using the crunchy peanut butter too. That's why it's so bumpy. This market is super bumpy right now, guys. I'm definitely not looking for any buys. Don't like fall for any of these pushes to the upside. Right here, you can see prices rejecting right off the sessions. It's probably gonna come right back down. The sentiment is still pretty hot. So sentiment over here is still 71% long. You can see it's pretty much shifting. People who are entering too early on the buys are getting stopped out because price just spikes back down, right? Like for example, right here, I'm sure some people hopped into buys right here. It spiked down about, so it came up from here, spiked back down like 1,500 pips. So whoever entered here way too late just got stopped out. Whoever's entering right here is probably gonna get stopped out again when it comes back down. So don't fall for this trap here for any buys, guys. Everything is still a sell. Retail sentiment 71% long. Fundamentals are currently down 160 points. Looking over here at the heat map, a lot of stuff here is still pretty red, right? I mean, it's pretty mixed up right now, but overall, like Apple is down like 5 points. Microsoft's down 7 points. These two have like the biggest market cap share, right? These are huge. So with that said, I would just be careful. Walmart here is up like 1 point. None of this stuff can really compete with it. Going over here and refreshing the actual stock index. So looking at the stock index right here, Home Depot's up 5 points, Amgen's up 3 points, Honeywell's up 2 points, Walmart's up 1 point, 3M's up 1 point, etc. Everything else here is, I mean, it's pretty, there's still a lot of more red stocks right here. So we'll just keep watching. I mean, price is still below 100 points, so it's still falling in line with our bias here. Now it's dropping right back down. So basically, like you can see where price is rejecting from, right? It's rejecting right off these sessions right here. This is why I don't trade around the sessions, because you get faked out right there and you get huge spikes of manipulation, right? So price spiked up this way about 500 pips exactly, right? And then it comes right back down like 1,000 pips. So just got to be really careful with these entries here, guys. So let's see what else we got over here. Yeah, Maddie said second buyers for sure. I agree. Nice, Jennifer. Congratulations. So Jennifer said passed phase one again. Phew. Yeah. Great work, Jennifer. So we got a few people here who passed their FTMOs and got funded. Yeah, guys, nice work. So this whole week, I think we've had about like 5 or 6 people pass their challenges, verifications, and or get funded. So here he goes. Price comes all the way back down. We already knew this was going to happen. So this is no surprise. We're not shocked that, oh, price is coming back down. No, we knew price was going to come down because we identified the bias. So whoever was taking bias here is probably freaking out. They're like, shit, what happened? Why is price coming back down? There's no surprise here because we already knew it was going to come down, right? We already identified it. I was like, okay, price is probably going to bounce off this point, and then it comes right back down here. Other than that, let's see. Yeah, no, Rami, it does look way different. It's lagging a lot here on currency.com, guys. So I'd be careful. This is it looks like it's lagging by like a few seconds. Let me try to refresh it and see if it fixes it. So I refreshed it and it's looking a little better. Yeah, it looks the same. Right now, this is the same candle as FTMO. So try refreshing here, guys. If you guys just hit Control R, refresh your chart, because the thing is your data feed's probably just lagging. I'm looking here and I'm looking at FTMO, it looks exactly the same now. And it's starting to lag again. No, it looks okay. Yeah, no, it looks fine. It looks normal to me. I'm looking at them side by side. It will lag like every couple of seconds, but it's I think the thing that fixes it is just to refresh your tab. Yeah, Rick said this open is just gross. And there we go, his price comes back down. And comes back up. So price is pretty much just bouncing around the sessions right here and news price. It's pretty much where the bounce is happening. Other than that, I don't really see anything else here. I didn't even go over to everyone's profits. So let me just see if there's anything else here. So let me go over here real quick. Cern sent his profits, made 1,200 euros. Nice work, Cern. Jay over here, he locked in a total of 1,012 for the day. Nice work, Jay. Nice little analysis right there. Looks solid. Let's see, Steven over here, he said there was a buy error. MT4 is having connection issues in Asia. So Steven over here still locked his profit goal for the day. He locked in 1,612. So nice work right there, Steven. Yeah, he's having connection issues over there in India as well. He's currently on vacation in India. Other than that, let's see, T got over here. So T got locked in a nice profit of 115. Nice work, T. Marco over here locked in a total of 308. Nice work, Marco. Eunice over here locked in a total of 353 off his first account. And then he locked in a total of 884 off his second account right here. Nice work, Eunice. And Swelly over here. Damn, that's crazy. So Swelly is currently in another, he's in our group and he's also in another group. So he's watching another US30 live session. And everyone in that session is like 300 people in that group. They're all taking buys. So everybody in that group is probably blowing their accounts right now. That's crazy if they're taking buys. Damn, I feel sorry for whoever's in that group, honestly. He sent that message right here at 6:27. So they were taking buys. And then, damn, man, aren't you guys glad you're not in that group? That's pretty bad. So if they were taking buys right here at 6:27, I mean, this is 6:27 right here. Literally, let's see how far their drawdown was. So he sent that message at 6:27. That other trading group told him to take buys. Damn, they went into draw. They never went into profit. Literally, if they entered buys right there at 6:27, they just went into a drawdown of like 2,500 pips and then never went into profit. Even till now, they're still not in profit because price never came back up from there. Jeez. Man, so it sucks for those guys. Anyways, that'll never be us. Looking at this right here, there's another snipe that's coming up, or I think it already has come up. Let's see. Yeah, there's another snipe right here that came up and it already hit TP. So if you guys are catching these snipes, I mean, they're hitting. The main reason I'm not looking to take any trades right now, guys, is mainly because of the lag in connection. Because the thing is, the last thing I want to do is get caught in a wrong trade because it's lagging, right? It is lagging here again. So I'm looking at FTMO. It is lagging by like a few seconds. I don't know if Swelly's in here. I think he's in here. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so Matty over here sent in his profits locked in 366 off this account. His second account locked in 172. And then his third account over here locked in a total of 1,068. Nice work, Matty. A couple more profits over here. Twan over here locked in a total of 475. Nice work, Twan. Caught that sell earlier from that snipe entry. Nice. Jesus over here. He said, awesome. Thank you, Sean. You're the man. Have a good day, everyone. So Jesus over here locked in a total of 1,308. Nice work, Jesus. Maria over here. Yeah, no, it is lagging a bit. Scotty over here as well, locked in a total of 1,003. Nice work, Scotty. And Professor over here locked in a total of 1,400 off the snipe that we just marked up on the 10-minute over here. Yeah, so back-to-back snipes right there hitting. Nick, MC4 isn't lagging, it's trading view. I just saw your message. You said MT5 isn't lagging for me. Yeah, or MT4 is not lagging either. It's trading view. Well, each broker is different. It doesn't matter if you're on MT5 or MT4. Nick, if you're on MT4, MT5, FTMO, they're both using the same data feed. So it shouldn't lag because you're using the same exact feed. Every broker has a different feed. Like, for example, here we're using currency.com. This has a data feed lag. Let me check. Let's see, Owanda. Owanda has a very bad lag too. So this is lagging as well. Owanda is just as bad as currency.com. Capital.com. I see a lot of people saying capital.com is better, but I'm looking at it and it's lagging the same amount. Maybe a little less, but it's still lagging too. I'm looking at FTMO and capital.com. It's pretty much the same thing as Owanda. It's like off by like a few seconds. Currency.com is a lot worse though right now. Let's see. No, it's about the same. So from my perspective right now, where I'm looking at, it looks like currency.com is maybe off by like maybe 3 seconds. I'm looking over here at capital.com. It looks like it's off by like maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Either way, all the brokers are pretty much off right now. They're not moving around the same speed. Whenever you get these big spikes, like you can see right here where price is spiking around, it's like not aligned. It's not in sync at all. So I don't think there's really going to be a good workaround for this, guys. It's still going to be kind of crappy no matter what broker data you're using. So I would just be careful, guys. If you guys are looking to keep trading right now, I would want to trade, but obviously I'm going to be a lot more careful. Yeah, Peter said, market makers put the data on dial-up internet. I agree. So let's see. Rick said Black Bull is fine. Let me check. So Black Bull is actually running a lot smoother than the others. It looks like, kind of. No, it's lagging too. Like I just saw right now. There's points. So there's point, like for the most part, it looks like it's aligned. But after a while, when the candles start moving really fast, you can see it start to bounce around. I mean, you guys can use whatever you want. Go ahead and use Black Bull. Go ahead and use Owanda, capital.com. If you guys blow your accounts, you got to take responsibility for blowing your accounts, because you guys know that there's an issue with the data feed. So I'm personally not going to trade. You guys can use whatever broker you guys want. If you guys think it's aligned or not, it's not going to make a difference. Like right here, this candle is red and FTMO is green. So it's definitely lagging still on my end. So it's really up to you guys. If you guys want to use Blackbull, Capital.com, Currency.com, Owanda, TFF, FTMO, whatever you guys want to do, feel free. It's your account, so take responsibility for the account. If anything goes wrong, don't be complaining like later on, right? Like, oh, the data feed messed me up. You knew the data was messed up. So just, take that with a grain of salt, guys. If you guys do decide to trade, take responsibility for your losses, but also take responsibility for your wins. I just don't want to see people complaining later that they lost trades or that they hit their daily drawdown or that they blew their account because the data feed kind of went off. So you want to make sure that you hold yourself accountable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait, guys. I'll keep looking for trades, but I'm just trying to give you guys like the biggest warning here, right? Because I know half of you guys are gonna listen and half of you guys aren't. So it's just up to your guys' preference. Yeah, no, and I agree, Rick. Rick said right now the market is shit anyways. I agree. That's why I'm not really looking to take anything. It's a messy market. Let's go over here to the clean chart. Like we'll still go ahead and draw markups on the chart, but I'm gonna show you guys where the choppiness is really coming up. So see, market opened right here at 6:30. Let me just take this. All right, let's just mark up the liquidity again around this area. Man, it's been such a weird week, huh? The data feeds have been messed up like for the entire week. I'm just glad that I've been hitting profits still. So my profits, I haven't lost any trades this whole week because I've been pretty patient with my trades. Here, I'll do this. I don't know if Professor is here, but I know typically Professor likes when I post up my totals for the week so far. So let me go over here real quick, take a screenshot of all of my accounts the week so far. All right. So here is where the consistency really lies, right? So here are my profits for the day so far. So I just took one trade, made 158.548, 2673, 2470, 2070, 2470. So for the day so far, I'm up 11,231. This is just one trade that I took across all my accounts. I have 5 accounts here, as you guys can see, 1 FTMO, 2 FTMO, 3 MFF accounts. So this is where I'm at for the day so far, just for today. This is for the week. I haven't had any losses this entire week. 7176, 7756, 7890, 7690, and 840. So this is where I'm at for the week. I only taken about 1 to 3 trades a day. I mean, for the most part, maybe just 1 trade. And this is where I'm at for the week. This is, this isn't to show off my profits. This is to show you guys that consistency. If you guys only look for quality entries, your profits can add up pretty nicely. I mean, it's Thursday and this is where I'm at right now. I know you guys see people make a ton of profits every day, but realistically, it's like to be consistent at that level is not really likely, right? You'll see people go up and down, but I know a lot of the times you don't see people post losses. But here's the thing, like when I show you guys this right here, this shows the entire profits like on all my accounts, including losses and wins. So if you guys looked at my profits from yesterday, so this is the screenshot from yesterday, right? It's just an increase, right? I went from making this much for the week, now I'm up this much for the week. And it's just a consistent growth, guys. That's not to just show off the profit. That's more so to show you guys that consistency is really key. If you guys can just stay consistent, you don't have to take 100 trades a day or 500. Like, okay, so I typically see people take like 10, 50, 20 trades a day sometimes. I'm only taking 3 trades and I'm still adding up to like some pretty good profit for the week. So just keep that in mind, guys. I mean, everyone's trading style is different. I know if you guys are new to trading, it's kind of an addiction, right? You guys are addicted to trading. Once you guys trade for a while, like I've been trading for like over 11 years now, you start to realize that it's not really worth the stress, right? To take like so many trades. It's easier to just take 1 or 2 or 3 trades that are very high probable that you know is going to win, take them and then just be done with the day. So other than that, let's see if there's anything else over here real quick. Yeah, Professor said, thank you for sharing your daily and weekly profits, still unlearning bad habits. Yeah, and it's all good, Professor. You're not going to get it right away, right? Even myself, like if you guys traded with me yesterday, or this week, I still FOMO'd into a trade with you guys, right? I always try to emphasize not to FOMO into trades and not to take risky trades, but I took one myself. Luckily, it did win, but you know, those are the kind of habits that you definitely want to let go. Once you start to do this, like I guess you would consider professionally or full-time. Yeah, no, definitely. Duggan said I had 3 losses this week. Part of the lessons. Yeah, no, definitely, Duggan. And that's really what it is. And what, like I mentioned, everyone's on different paces. So like price is pushing up right here. This is completely fine, guys. Price can push up, and then what might happen is it might hit liquidity right here, and then it might just come right back down. Right? This is what might happen. So we'll see where it goes from here. Peter said, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen testifies before the Financial Services Committee. All right, let's go Yellen. She's going to drop price right back down. All right, so Yellen's about to speak. There's where that manipulated push to the upside came from. It seems like price was manipulated to the upside. Then once Yellen starts speaking, price probably gonna come right back down, because Yellen typically makes price go down, right? She talks about regulation. She's big on regulation. So huge manipulation to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way back down. If it comes back down, we already kind of anticipated that to happen. There's no guarantee it's going to happen, but that's pretty much what we're anticipating as soon as you know, Yellen starts to speak. She's not speaking yet, but when she does speak, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way down. So we'll keep watching here and we'll see what happens. Rick said, I love Yellen, right? Madhu said, check out velocity on TradingView for US30. Let me know what you think about the lag. What do you mean, Madhu? Is that a broker? Velocity? I don't even know what you're talking about. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you're talking about a broker right here. I've never even heard of this broker. I guess this is something new. It's lagging. I'm looking at it right now. It's lagging just as bad as currency.com. It's lagging a lot, yeah. Yeah, same thing, Madhu. It's still lagging. It's not as bad. It looks like it's kind of more aligned, but I don't know if currency.com is even aligned. Let me check. Currency.com is aligned too. It's about the same. So yeah, velocity and pretty much all brokers are on the same pace now. And look where price is going. Are you guys surprised? No, because we already knew this was going to happen, right? I mentioned price is going to come up, test the liquidity up here, and then Yellen started speaking. So there she goes. She's on the mic. So as soon as she got on the mic, look where price went. This thing's going right back down. So this isn't random, guys. I mean, we already anticipated this, right? A lot of people are like, oh, why did price go up? Why did price go down? We know where price went up because it was manipulated before Yellen spoke. We knew price came down because Yellen started speaking. She's talking right now, and price is just, you know, it's bouncing around this point. So this is like the things that you guys want to be aware of whenever you guys trade. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come down that heavy, but it's going to come down eventually. It just depends on what she says, right? If she says something about inflation, taxation, regulation, anything like that, it's going to drop price. Because people just lose their confidence in the market. You know, it's all manipulation, guys. The entire market is heavily manipulated. If you guys don't think the market's manipulated, I mean, you guys might not be looking at the right chart, because the market's obviously heavily manipulated here. Price was manipulated to the upside, and then the overall bias was a sell. It just doesn't make sense for it to come up like that. Also, the fundamentals are, well, they're kind of evened out now. They're kind of evened out, but as soon as price comes back down, it's just going to be back below 100. So Risky said she likes anti-Viagra for the markets, right? Look at the mask hole. The guy in the back. All right, guys. So price is not coming back down. We don't have any entries here. Let's go back to the 10-minute. There's nothing here either. Let me just clean this up a little bit. All right, so there's nothing here. This might be, actually, it wouldn't set up for a V3 because we need a buy signal here. So unfortunately, no V3 off the 10-minute. Oh, crap. I just closed my 5-minute chart. There we go. All right, so there's a V3 here actually that's pending off the 5 minutes. Not one that I would probably take. It's going to cut into the sessions. But I mean, I guess we can mark it up. Main red flag here is the fact that it's at the sessions right here. Same with the 3-minute. There's another V3 here. It's technically already running, but it has the same issue here. The problem with this is that it's cutting right back into the sessions right there. So it's technically a V3 here running on the 3-minute. Nothing else right now. Let me check the lag to see if it's fine. Currency.com looks fine, guys. I don't see any lag here anymore. It's pretty much back to normal. Take that back. After that spike right there, it lagged a little bit, but it is running kind of similar now. It's not as bad. Yellen is still speaking. So let's see if Yellen brings us back to open price. I think price will come back over here. Nice. Duggan said I'm getting some extra pips, holding trades longer based off the VIX movements. Yeah, I did notice that a lot of you guys were mentioning that. A lot of you guys like to tie the VIX in with see which broker should we use for the VIX. I guess. How do you even use this? Duggan. So it looks like, because the VIX is going down. Yeah, I don't know what I guess if the VIX is dropping, you could align it with US30. Oh, VIX down, US30 up. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha, okay. So I haven't done this myself. Duggan does use this himself, so we'll see where this goes. Maybe this can be used as another bias, but I'll have to play around with it. Doesn't look like the VIX is going anywhere right now. Let's add the other K2 indicators over here. Trend meter. Looks like the entire market is kind of flat right now. Nothing is really moving. Let me clean this up a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't really look like much is happening, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on the VIX to see where it's going. So it looks like the VIX is still dropping. So yeah, 3-minute super sketch, Maddie. I don't even like trading on the 3-minute. I might just take this off my chart because it's just not. The 3-minute is kind of like a hybrid between the 1 and 5. However, I feel like you get messier entries off the 3. So I'm probably going to take off the 3 minute because we don't even really trade off the 3 anymore. I'll look at the 5 sometimes, but I won't really trade off the 3. So I think I'm just going to take this off because the 3 is a messy chart. So I'll take that off. I got too many tabs here anyways. So no entries off. Well, there's technically, there was one here that was off the 68. Yeah, I mean, I still wouldn't have taken it. We got this buy signal pending on the 10, which is okay. Let me see, we got some stuff over here real quick. Let me see what CT. I gotta pull this over here real quick, CT, because this is the so make sure you guys aren't. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So CT said 3 minutes is better in lower non-open volatility. Yeah, no, and I agree too. CT, definitely. I agree with you too. It is a bit better. That's why, like, so the reason we started using the V3 was when the market was kind of slow. Market conditions change. The strategy still works. It's just using them on different time frames. What really makes the difference? What might happen here, guys, is price might come up, retest the sessions again. Here's the thing that you guys want to look out for. Price never came and touched the last area of liquidity, right? So price might push up, hit this last area of liquidity, and then come back down again from there. So just keep that in mind. You got to keep in mind that this line here never got hit. That's one thing that you guys want to keep an eye out for because it still has to get hit at some point. That right there, right there. Delete, delete. All right, it's marked up the or remarked up a lot of the areas of liquidity right here. Let's see if price fakes out and comes back down. Oh, my bad, guys. There's another area of liquidity right here. I didn't even notice this. So there was another area of liquidity. Price might push up higher, actually. I thought this was the last level, but there's actually one more up here. So price might come up around this area and then drop from there. I might even see there was another area up there. I totally missed it. Anyways, we'll just follow along and see where it goes from this point. Yeah, Maddie said, he said, damn, 72 short. But it's pushing. Yeah, I think this is just pumping up before it comes dumping right back down, Maddie. Because there's a huge wick right there now. See that? It's just pumping up a little bit. They're trying to lure in some more buyers because the more buyers are in, like, just imagine if you guys were a market maker, right? Or if you guys were a whale, what were you gonna do? What would you do? You would push price up a little bit just to give them like a little bit of a push. Just push price slightly up, right? As soon as everyone hops in, because what happens now is everyone's like, oh, the market's it's correcting, right? Everyone thinks price is going back up. As soon as price gets like high enough to where the market makers reach their point, they're just going to dump it all the way back down. And then what happens when they dump it all back down? Everyone that was taking those buys gets stopped out. So it's basically a trap, right? It's a trap that's being set up for people to follow. But realistically, I do think it's going to come back down eventually, especially with sentiment this high. It just wouldn't make sense. And the fundamentals are still red. I mean, they're not very red, but they're still red. So we'll see where this goes. I mean, there's a lot of market manipulation in the market. The thing that you want to keep in mind as well is that Yellen is speaking. So even if we were to get an entry here, I wouldn't be taking it because Yellen is speaking. We'll keep following it and then we'll see where it goes. Rami said, where's the last area? Mark Sean, can't seem to find it on the 1 minute. There was a couple areas over here and look where price is dumping now. It's coming right back down. The last area that I had marked up was right here, Rami. It was the last high. Right there. So you guys can see there's a lot of big, like, Look at this big spike here. If you were chasing a buy and then you let price spike down, that's like 700 pips right there. A lot of people can't handle a 700 pip drawdown, right? It's a big drop right there. So just keep that in mind. You guys are going to get, or some people are going to get burnt as price continues to go along. Let's see. Kenny sent me this link right here. Thanks, Kenny. Looks like Pelosi is speaking right now too. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So Pelosi is going to speak in about 3 minutes at 7:30. We have Yellen speaking. We have Pelosi speaking. We also have news coming up at 7:30 as well. Natural gas storage. We got a lot of stuff going on, behind the scenes that could, easily affect the market. So if you guys see anything, great. If you guys don't, I would probably just be very careful in the market right now, because last thing you want to do is get caught in these, these messed up movements. Let's see. Patrick over here is playing Daredevil. He's still taking trades, even though the market's moving kind of crazy. Or I don't know if you took this earlier. Maybe you took it earlier, Patrick, and you just didn't post till now. But Patrick's up about 4,000 for the day. So nice work, Patrick. Duggan said market's on fire. So Duggan over here, he's currently up. Let's see. He's currently up a lot of profit across his accounts right here. So up a couple $1,000. Nice work, Duggan. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, Duggan is playing around with the he's playing with fire right now. Yeah, Duggan also said, what did you say earlier, Duggan? Duggan said, PS, no one DM me if you follow anything I say, you will blow your account. Yeah, no, good disclaimer right there, Duggan. So Duggan's kind of playing with fire, going back, against the bias, which is okay. You can go against the bias sometimes if you see an entry, right? If you're okay with it, or if you know what you're doing. Duggan knows what he's doing. So he actually took trades the opposite way. Very risky way of trading, but he did win big on it, because he played his cards right. But you definitely want to be very careful when taking risky trades like that. It's not something I would ever take, because it's just not worth the risk on my end. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Patrick said, yeah, those were profits from London, Sean. New York is looking too wild for my taste today. Yeah, probably smart move, Patrick, for you to just sit out. So those are Patrick's profits over here, where he locked in about 4,000. So nice work, Patrick. Let's see, JJ sent in his profits, locking a total of 6,004 off this account. Nice work, JJ. And then his second account over here, 5,233. He said he's on his way to the strip club. Nice work, JJ, with those trucker profits. Other than that, Joshua over here sent in his profits as well, locking a total of 620. Nice work, Joshua. And I think that's it for right now. All right, cool. So news is about to come up right here at 6:30. You can see prices coming back down. This is no surprise, right? We still have a sell bias, guys. So don't, just because price is pushing up doesn't mean we're going to chase that buy. We still have a sell bias there here. We're still expecting price to drop even further. Obviously it's just a matter of us watching charts and identifying where things are going, but everything here is still pointing towards a sell. For me personally, looking at retail sentiment, it's currently 71% long, definitely not looking for buys. Looking over here at the fundamentals, it's down again 100. Can you guys see that? That was crazy. It was down like 2 points. Now it's down 100 points again. It's a crazy market right now. Looking over here at the heat map is pretty much spread out. It's half red, half green. I mean, most of it's still red, but for the most part, everything here is pointing towards a sell. So we got news right here. We also have Pelosi starting to speak as well. Yeah, so we got Pelosi speaking. We have Yellen speaking. We have news coming out right here. Let's see where the candle ends up closing. Thanks, Kenny. Damn, Kenny got another link here too. Kenny is I appreciate Kenny for having all this stuff. Kenny follows all the fake news outlets. So I guess you would consider it fake news. So Kenny knows exactly when all these things are going on. Like, this stuff isn't on the financial calendar, which it probably should be. I don't know why it's not, but good thing we have Kenny in our group, right? Kenny here to give us the heads up whenever. I had no idea Yellen was speaking right now. And this works in our favor. We got Pelosi speaking right here. Pelosi is kind of like hit or miss, right? Sometimes she has things to that are positive for the economy. Sometimes she doesn't. And then right here again in the next 20 minutes, we have House Republicans holding a press conference on baby formula shortage. All right, so we have a lot of things happening behind the scenes today, guys. Other than that, there's no other news today. Let me check the news for right now. The news was positive. So positive news right there. Price is still dummy. It had a little green candle. So from the news right there, it had a little green candle and then it just came right back down. And I was like, all right, a little bit of positive news. Back to the drop. So I'll just mark that up right there as news price, just so that we can identify it. Although it's not, I mean, it doesn't really make a big impact because it was barely anything. Small little green candle right there. All right, solid. Back to the charts over here real quick. Let's see, we got this. There we go. Rami said that lag is quite bad again. Let me check real quick. Yeah, it is kind of laggy, Rami. Thanks for letting me know. Let me refresh this real quick. Yeah, it is kind of, I mean, it's like back and forth, it's the same thing. Typical, yeah, huge spike right there, right back down. See if there's anything here on the 10. I'm check again real quick, see if there's any more snipes on these areas. And even these are super messy. It's pretty much in the same spot. It hasn't really been big update. One right there. Yeah, it's actually a really big zone. So no snipe right there off the 10 yet, but could be building up to it if it drops lower. Yeah, Barack said this is the lag I complained about. I don't think there's anything we can do. Just maybe restrain from entering and avoid FOMOs. Yeah, and I agree with you too, Barack. Yeah, this is different from price differential because I know when you mentioned it, Brock, you were mentioning how like brokers have different pricing. Yeah, that happens. That's normal, but this isn't normal where it should be lagging this much. The data feed process is like, I think that's where the difference was. It was like, I don't think you noticed that it was lag, but now that we see that it's actual lag, this is not normal at all. But price differential will always be the same. Yeah, this thing's lagging really bad now. So I'm looking at this and I'm looking at MT4. It's lagging like maybe 3 or 4 seconds behind time now. But again, it's the same thing that I mentioned earlier, guys. I'm not going to take any trades anyway, so I'll just keep watching. Mauricio over here is on fire. So Mauricio, nice work. Looks like yours here is, yeah, you're up 11,914. So Mauricio is probably holding the title right now for highest profit for the day. Right here in the chat. Nice work, Mauricio. Yeah, Barack said, I wish it was the other way. So this actually happened before. This is why Funding Talent went out of business, guys. So if you guys remember Funding Talent before, this was happening, but it was the opposite. Funding Talent was the one that was laggy. So what happened was people would do this thing they call it arbitrage trading, where they would go on a broker that was faster, and then they would see what would happen on Funding Talent, and then they would catch the huge moves, right? There was a member in the group a long time ago. I think it was like Rick's best friend. You remember what her name was? Can't remember. But she actually exploited it. She made like a ton of profit on Funding Talent and didn't pay her any of the profit. So I don't know if you guys remember who that was. It was also Kyle's best friend too. Who else hated her? I forgot. There's a lot of people in the group that didn't like her. She went on a whole campaign to like shut down funding talent, if you guys remember. But yeah, she exploited the system. She did exactly what you were just talking about, Brock. And then she pretty much got banned from everything, from all the funding companies, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, and it would happen during a weird time too. Risky said, I get along with everyone, Cheryl. Yeah, I haven't heard from her in a while. But yeah, no, the thing with that was that it was happening with like these weird pairs. Like you could trade like I think the Czar or something. It was a pair that nobody traded. Brock said nothing wrong with it though, right? I mean, there is technically something wrong with it because you're basically frauding the system. So I don't know if you consider that wrong or not, but yeah, you're basically committing fraud because you're looking at data differentials in the market. Yeah, no, exactly. Peter said not fraud, just the loophole. So yeah, I mean, technically you're not doing something wrong unless you know that you're doing something wrong, right? Because the thing is, you do know you're doing something wrong because you're trading off different data, which you know that I know the broker's laggy. But yeah, no, she got banned. Not she didn't get banned from K2. She got banned from like the funding companies because she sorry, I'm looking at the chart over here. I don't know if you guys remember, but she sent like there was an email campaign that she sent out, like basically like calling out funding talent for frauding people and not paying out and stuff like that. So these funding companies don't like that when you bring bad attention to the companies. So obviously they're going to ban you from using their services. So I don't know. That's probably the only reason I can think of like why she got banned on there. I think she was doing it with like other funding companies too. It was just not as exploited. So it's like if you find someone that's cheating in a casino, the casino doesn't want you to come to their casino, right? So obviously you're gonna get banned. It's like, why would you let someone that's cheating in your casino come back? So that's basically like why it happened. Sam said, so did she leave K2? Seems like no issues. Honestly, I don't know. She just kind of disappeared. I don't know if she's still in K2 or not. I just haven't heard from her since like January. So I don't know if she left or she's still here or I don't know. Personally, I don't know. A lot of people ask me what happens to a lot of people in K2. Here's the thing that I was talking to Emil's on. One of the biggest reasons for my success with trading is that I don't care what anybody's doing, right? I don't care if anyone's making more profit than me. I don't care if anyone's trying out a new strategy. What I know is that what I do works and it's consistent and I'm making a lot more profit consistently compared to other people. So for me, I don't care what anybody's doing. So if you guys ask me, hey, what is this person doing? What is this person doing? Honestly, I don't care and I don't know because it's none of my business. I feel like a lot of people, they do bad at trading because you guys compare yourself to a lot of other people, right? Like you compare yourself to someone who's making like way more profit than you, and then you end up blowing all your accounts because you try to do what they're doing, but you can't mimic what they're doing unless like you have an actual breakdown of like what they're doing. So I think that's like one of the things that you guys should focus on. Stop like, what do they call it? What do you say, Manny? Like stop. I don't know what it's called. Pocket checking. So like basically like checking what everybody else is doing, right? Looking at everyone's profits, starting issues, like stuff like that. Realistically, it's like, it doesn't matter how good somebody is doing. That's not going to be you, right? Everyone's on their own journey. So you got to focus on your own account and yeah, pocket checking. Exactly. Yellow. Yeah, pocket watching. Exactly. People are they're so concerned about like what people are doing. So like what happens is Mauricio here will post up profits, right? I'm sure a bunch of people are going to message Mauricio right now. Like, hey, Mauricio, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing different in K2? How'd you get all these profits? Show me this, show me that. Mauricio shows you what he's doing and you blow all your accounts because you don't know how to do what he's doing. You guys do that all, like people get that all the time. And trust me, I get that too. People will say, will complain about my profits like when I trade off the live session. That's why I don't really trade off the live anymore. because I don't want to deal with people blowing up my DMs, asking like, questions that are relevant. So yeah, for the most part. Let me just scroll up real quick and see. Yeah, Sam's just wondering where she went because she was doing well. Never compare myself, which is a good thing, Sam. And I'm not saying that you were comparing yourself. I'm just saying that because recently I had a lot of people ask me, hey, what happened to Isaac? Honestly, I don't know. People ask me what happened to Cheryl all the time. I don't know. People ask me what happened to, a lot of people who were in the group before. Like personally, people come and go, guys. The trading space is a revolving door, right? People come, they'll blow accounts because they're not following directions, and then they leave. And then they come back like a few months later when they have money to buy another challenge. And then it's just a revolving door, right? It depends on who's like able to follow directions and last in this game long term. So like, I mean, if you guys go in the group, you guys can kind of tell who's been here for a long time, right? Sisuk's been with me from like the very beginning of K2. A lot of you guys here have been around for like almost at least a year now. So that's what I like seeing here in K2 is that there's a lot more consistency with a lot of you guys because you guys actually listen now. I feel like the early days of K2, a lot of people weren't listening, right? People would kind of do their own thing, and then they would join, blow accounts, go join another group, blow even more accounts, and then they'll come back to K2 and say, okay, I should have just learned this in the beginning because they'll see that we've been around for so long. Yeah, I mean, other than that, let's see if there's anything else here that we're missing. There's nothing for us to take at the moment. There was technically a V3 right here, but not one that I would take because it was right at the it's right at the news price. So even though there was a V3 right here, which I do see 65 pips, 650 pips, there's a lot of red flags right here. It's right at the sessions, all right, it's right at the news price, and then there's a session right here. But this technically would be the a V3 entry. Risky V3 entry, but nonetheless V3 entry. But yeah, I'm not going to take the trade there. I'll just mark it up for you to show you guys. I don't know if there's anything else here that I could take. It's too risky. Let me see where it's at. Yeah, spread right now is probably kind of wide. Actually, I'm looking at the charts right now, and I was thinking about maybe entering for a speculative entry here, but it's lagging like pretty bad. Hey, you know what? It's crazy. Look at this. This is actually ahead now. Hey, Brock, I don't know if you guys saw what we were just talking about earlier. TradingView is actually ahead of FTMO now. Oh, that's crazy. I was like, man, I should have entered it because this candle was way down here, and on FTMO price was like up here still. Let me check. Or I might be wrong. No, it is. Okay. So TradingView is actually ahead of FTMO now. I'm not messing with this market, whatever. Either way, I'm not going to mess with the market. It looks like they're kind of going back and forth. Yeah, I'm not going to enter it. I was thinking about entering maybe a speculative sell here just to take it to like the sessions. So I was measuring it right here because when price was up here, I was like, okay, I could take it for 100 pips maybe, like before it reaches the sessions, which I could have taken it. But I don't know, the market's playing too much. So I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. Did you see it, Rami? You noticed it too, right? The TradingView is actually moving faster than FTMO. It was like down here, and I was looking at FTMO, and I was like, what the heck? Like it was like moving down before FTMO did. Yeah, just like what Maddie said, the data is so different between the two. It's like off. Like sometimes TradingView will run faster, sometimes FTMO will. So I would recommend just sitting out of the market, guys, if you guys don't have to trade. Yeah, Maddie said, can you enter a trade and it'll give you a total different price? Yeah, that's where the slippage happens, Maddie. So if there's slippage in the market, like say you enter a trade right here, it's not going to fill your order till it's like down here. So yeah, Maddie said, I'm trying to enjoy my days before. leaving the Vegas. Same here, Betty. I'm not trying to have any losses this week, so I'm probably just gonna chill out for a moment. Let's see. D said, what causes the data to be all messed up like this? A lot of the times it's just manipulation in the market. D. There's no real explanation for the data to be messed up like this. One of the biggest things is that inflation news came out this week. So, if inflation news is coming out and we're in a recession, there was inflation news right here, PPI, core PPI on Thursday. There was CPI, core CPI on Wednesday. We also have Yellen speaking. We also have Pelosi going to speak soon. And we have the Republicans speaking, right? This is like clear, open field for manipulation, right? There's a lot of things going on in the market where they can just screw market up. Like this is where the excuses come in, right? Brokers will say, oh, there was high volatility in the market. And then they'll just stop you out in all of your positions, right? This is where it's like a good time to sit out of the market. A lot of people don't believe in manipulation, but this is clear manipulation here. There's no specific reason there's no legitimate reason why there should be an issue with data here, unless like all of us have really bad internet connections, which I highly doubt. I got like 1 gig here at my place. I have like Google Fiber, so I have like probably one of the fastest internets that are like available to like normal use if there's just only one person on the internet. So my internet here is really good. I have a really fast internet. I'm on Ethernet, so there should be no problem with data connections. The main reason for this thing happening here is just it's basic market manipulation, right? You just think of a casino, right? What would a casino do to have an edge? They cheat, right? It's the same with like the markets. Market makers will make a ton of money in the market by basically cheating the market. Because here's the thing, if you guys are trading US30, like for people who scalp on the daily, like what's your stop loss typically, right? Our biggest stop loss is like 500 pips. So just put it this way. If the spread is more than 500 pips, you're going to get stopped out of this position. If you enter a trade here and price spikes around pretty heavily, 500 pips, you're going to get stopped out, right? Like say if price range around this area, you're going to be in a tight spot. So if they're able to manipulate price even, a couple hundred pips, they can easily stop you out before you hit your TP. Like you can hit your stop loss, then hit your TP, you re-enter, hit your stop loss again, then hit your TP, etc. Stuff like that happening. So it's just the execution times. It's kind of what happened with TFF, right? So with TFF, before they had issues with slippage, it's the same thing. It's the issue with slippage, but now it's just widespread across all brokers. Because then they have an excuse to close you out of the trade. And then they'll just say, okay, there was an issue with slippage. There was an issue with volatility. There's always a reason behind it. Duggan said, fuck off. Or he said, fuck this, I'm off to bed. Catch you later. Definitely, Duggan. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, Brock said, I know the trouble with this difference because I know it put me in a bit of a pit on its funded. Yeah, no, definitely. Saren said the fastest data is from ICE. Yeah, that's like direct data feed. Most of the brokers here do use their their data though. Like if you were to use TradingView, you can pay extra to have the data from that specific one. Yeah, exactly. You have to pay for it, which it's not like a huge difference, right? It might be off by like a few seconds or like a millisecond or something like that. So it's not really necessary, but you have to pay a lot for that. It's like a couple $100 a month to have access to that data feed. Yeah, Patrick said market makers are like Vegas. They don't lose. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Barack said, would this be the case if you're trading? It's just, well, no, you'd have quicker access because if you're trading DMA, then you'd have direct market access, which is direct access to liquidity. So your trades go in right away. There's not really much slippage, but it wouldn't really make a difference, Barack. For you to have a DMA account, you have to have a large account. Well, I don't know what it is anymore, but when I used to have, if you guys were part of K2 for a while, I used to trade on a DMA account for forex. I don't think it's that big of a deal because you're intraday trading. But if you're scalping, yeah, it does make a difference because you trade directly with liquidity. But you do need an account of like 10,000 or 20,000 to trade DMA with certain brokers. See, Swelly is asking, are you going to try top tier prop firm? No, I'm not. They don't allow copiers, Swelly. So I'm not going to use them. That's like QBanks' company. I would like to use him. I think it'd be cool because we'd all be on their leaderboard, right? Because they have a leaderboard for their funding company. You know, I feel like if we were all on that prop firm company, like the whole leaderboard would just be a bunch of K2 people. But I wouldn't do it because they don't allow copiers. So I'm not going to sacrifice my 5 accounts to trade on one of theirs. Unfortunately, maybe in the future if they allow copiers. I don't think they will though, because they're being smart about it. They don't want to have the issue with like a lot of accounts being blown at once or stuff like that. But yeah, they definitely don't accept they don't allow copiers at all. See if there's anything else here. I think that might be it, guys. So it's getting close to 8. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. The market is it's not really moving smoothly at all. Plus, the lag in the data is not really going to be beneficial for us. So I'm not looking to take anything at the moment specifically. I mean, this market's just a mess. Yeah, Maddie said nasty market today. Yeah, you just want to be careful, guys, especially you, Maddie, because you don't want to go into Vegas this weekend with a bad mood because you lost a trade that you shouldn't have. Exactly. And you just said that right now, too. So Maddie literally just said that as I said it. He said, don't want to go to Vegas with a loss. Yeah. So I'll see you in Vegas this weekend, Maddie. I'll be leaving tomorrow after the live session. So right after the live session, I'll be out there. I'll be hitting the road. I was going to fly out there, but I'm just going to drive. It's easier. It's not too far of a drive anyways. I know, right, Maddie? Yeah, Maddie said this week was more of a discipline week for him. And for me too, guys. If you guys see here, like here's some more profits that you guys posted. So let me just scroll over here real quick. Rookie on board locked in a total of 2,065. Nice work, Marcy. She said risky setup. And then Harry over here locked in a total of 1,664. Nice work, Harry. And Chris over here, let's see. All right, guys. So the scammer over here hit Chris. Just a reminder, guys. My username says I will never message you first. So if I message you first, it's 100% not me. All right, guys. My name literally says I will never message you first. So if you ever get a message from someone that you think is me, it's 100% not going to be me. Because as I mentioned before, I don't really care what anybody else is doing, right? I mean, personally, if you guys hit me up, I'll respond to you guys and you ask me how my day is going. I'll tell you how my day is going. I'll ask you how your day is going, but I'm not going to message you and be like, hey, Chris, how's your day going, bro? Your subscription's expired. How about you send me some money to my Zelle? I'm never going to send you guys that. So just keep that in mind. I'll never message you first and ask you for money or anything like that. Everything goes through the website. So we don't have a K2 Zelle account. This doesn't make any sense. Why would we have a K2 Zelle account? We have a website. And my phone number does not start with a 718, right? I live in California, guys. So I'm on a California zip code. I mean, it's California area code. We have no company Zelle account. We have no company PayPal account, none of that stuff. So just keep that in mind. My username literally says I will never message you first. So If you get anything from you think is me, just block me because it's probably not me. Anyways, more profits here from Eunice. Eunice locked in a total of 423. Nice work, Eunice, off this account right here. His second account locked in a total of 101. Nice work, Eunice, across both of your accounts right there. Other than that, guys, let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. I think we looked at Harry's profits already over here. So let me see if there's anything else here that I need to look at before we get off this live session. Let me scroll up real quick. Peter said, save that money for bottle service. I know, right, Peter? You're probably gonna see Maddie. You'll either see him on my Instagram stories or on his own Instagram stories. You'll probably see him. He's one of those guys that throws like dollar bills in the club. So you'll probably see him throwing his K2 profits all over the club this weekend. Roxy, quick question, Sean. Why did you exit DMA? Because I don't trade forex anymore, Brock. You can't trade US30 on forex.com. So that's the main reason why I don't use it anymore. It's just no use for me because I don't trade forex. Yeah, I mean, you could just trade normal. You could trade like the DMA doesn't make a huge difference, guys. Initially, I thought it made a big difference because so the cool thing with the DMA account is that it acts like a bank account, right? It pays you interest. So like the thing is, if I had like 100K in a DMA account, it'd pay me like, interest monthly. I mean, it wasn't a lot of interest. Why did I delete that? I was going to keep that up. But whatever. Okay, let me see. So if you were to put like 100,000 in a DMA account, right? The minimum is like 10K deposit. And it pays you, I think like 5% a month, not 5%, like 0.05%. So it paid you about like 500, or it was less than that. It was like, actually, no, that's about right. It was about 0.05%. So like $50 a month or something like that. This is how much would get deposited into your account. It's like a high yielding bank account. So like you can use it like as a bank account, but you could also trade it. So that's like one plus that came with the DMA account. Also, you had like an account manager and stuff like that. You're basically like VIP to like their broker, right? Because you have so much money in their account that they would treat you like VIP, and then you would get interest on your account stuff. They would waive commissions. They would waive fees, stuff like that. But you have to be trading active volume of like almost 1 million to like a couple billion a year. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are not at that level yet, not to like put anybody down, but realistically, you're not going to be trading like 1 million in volume, right? Unless you're trading an FTMO account. So the DMA account doesn't really make sense for people. It didn't make sense for me either because I wasn't trading 1 million a year or 2 million a year for me to use a DMA. So it's really up to preference, but I don't really recommend anyone do DMA unless you have a specific reason to use them, because it is expensive too. Other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. Nice. Charles said he'll be in Vegas in July. Henry said, yes, Vegas, K2 trip, K2 Vegas trip. Yeah, no, definitely. We'll probably have a trip at some point, guys. I know we're starting to loosen up from like COVID. So I think next year would probably be the year. We were trying to do it this year to have more of K2 trips, but COVID was still kind of lingering earlier in the year. So we couldn't really plan ahead. I think next year we're definitely going to plan a lot more. We'll have meetups all over. Maddie will be tagging along with everything once he's done with school and his barbering. So yeah, we'll have more trips coming up, guys. So I think that's it for today. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to message me on Telegram or email me. Other than that, we'll be back for our live session tomorrow to close out the trading week. If you guys do decide to trade, I do recommend that you guys have to, be careful. I'm looking over here at TradingView. I'm looking over at MT4. It's still lagging, so it's not really worth the risk unless you guys really want to risk it. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. If you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back here same time tomorrow to wrap up the trading week and close out this week strong. So have a great rest of your day, guys. And